Prynce, rapper out of ATL. I think he known for doing a lot of ghostwriting. Was on Math Hoffa show on YouTube, and he basically said that Eminem, D12 used to be ghostwriting for Eminem. So I know we heard rumors that that Eminem was removing D12 verses off that Purple Hills album, whatever the name of the album was. If he felt like the verse was better than his, he would remove the verse. That's what was allegedly said or whatever. And he basically said that he believed that Eminem, you know, D12 used to ghostwrite for Eminem, Proof and all them. And I can believe it. I can believe it. You know, and Cyhi the Prynce being a ghostwriter himself, you know what I'm saying? Why would he just come out the blue hating on Eminem like that and saying that about Eminem? You know, and I believe people be thinking, oh man, you know, this dude, a lot of them dudes be having ghostwriters. You know, the first couple albums, you know, you probably can spit fire and do your thing on the first couple albums or whatever, but you know, after a while you get stale, especially when you start living a different lifestyle, your music starts to change and you start running out of ideas and whatever like that. So I don't put it past them. You know, all them D12 dudes was hanging around him and they produced one album. So what else was they hanging around Eminem for? You gotta ask yourself, what else was they hanging around Eminem for? They had to be contributed in other ways. I mean, shit, Lloyd Banks wrote the hook to In the Club. That was his bars from another song. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jay-Z is known for, you know, taking niggas' whole songs. You know, this ain't no insinuations or nothing like that. These are just the facts. These are just the facts. You know? So, you know, in my opinion, man, it's just like, you know, everybody think Eminem is immaculate. You know, and I ain't saying, you know, that he ain't good or he ain't top this. That's for y'all to have it. That's for y'all to have. In debate about it for the fans, whatever. But to act like, you know, we can't believe who's sharing bars or who's stealing bars or who borrowing bars and all that type of shit, man. Man, it don't surprise me no more, you know, hearing, you know, who borrowing and stealing bars in the rap game. It don't surprise me no more. It don't. So you hear what everybody else, you see Busta Rhymes say, I wrote every rhyme you heard me spit, I wrote it. How many other rappers can say that with their right hand on the Bible? Not too many other ones. You heard stuff about my man's Ali Vegas was a ghostwriting, and what's the other dude? Quentin Miller say he was ghostwriting. Both of them say it was ghostwriting for Nas. As Snoop got older, he used ghostwriters. When his prime, he used to write his shit. So, you know, what was them 12 dudes hanging around, or D12, whatever, how many it was, and them, shout out to my nigga Bizarre too. You know, how many, what they was just hanging around for? Come on, they did one album, and the album was fire. The album was fire. Me and my cousin used to, when he came up from NC, North Carolina, we used to listen to it all the time. All the time. You know? And, you know, so yeah, we used to listen to that shit all the time, bro. So, but yeah, you know, I like Eminem. Eminem showed my favorite Eminem album. I remember when he dropped. I mean, it was one of the biggest drops in hip hop. I mean, you talking about LL Cool J, 50 Cent, DMX. You know, some of the hardest drops ever in hip hop. And 50 Cent might hold that crown. You know, LL, you know, that was that monumental too. DMX, he dropped hard. You know, them probably somewhere in the top 5 of hardest drops ever in hip hop. LL, 50, Eminem, DMX. Those were some of the hardest niggas to drop, man. The biggest drops, the hardest impact. You know? And, you know, a lot of them in the interview, oh, man, I don't believe that and all that. It'd be funny, you hear brothers defend Eminem, a white boy, and then, you know, they'll say something about a Kanye, or they'll say something about an Ice Cube. And now I can see that. I can believe that. You can just see in the way niggas' mannerisms and how they answer certain questions regarding certain people and races and all that, and see how a lot of dudes in the world is conditioned, bro. I mean, a lot of us are conditioned, bro, to question ourselves and give the other a pass. No, Eminem top 5, man. Eminem could do this, but you know, it's so funny. Them New York niggas got a hard time putting Ice Cube in the top 5, or putting Kendrick Lamar in the top 5, or putting a Scarface in the top 5. You know, because a lot of them niggas believe, you know, the top 5 is NYC, and begin and end in NYC. And you gotta go there to see what I'm talking about for real. You gotta know a few of them niggas for real to see, you know, to see what they talking about. You know what I mean? And how you know, why they feel that way, whatever, right? And I was saying, oh yeah, them definitely top 5. When you bring up a West Coast or another Southern artist, it's hard for them to give them niggas credit as top 5 rappers of all time. A lot of them niggas don't even put Tupac in the top 5, and that nigga from Harlem, ain't he? And we kind of understand. We kind of understand why. We kind of understand why. We kind of understand why. So you know, it is what it is, and I see why people say what they say. But we understand why. But I mean, at the end of the day, to each his own. To each his own. If that's what they want to believe about Eminem and this, that, and the third, and believe what you want to believe and pick who you want to pick. But I just see a clear biasness with a lot of these motherfucking platforms, bro. A lot of these rapping ass niggas, man. I see a hella bias. So that's just my opinion on it, man. But you know, they'll say, oh, Eminem is top 5 but not Pac. Like, come on, man. A lot of times I think these niggas pushing the agenda from the higher up. So that's just my opinion on it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. You want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Check out the music entertainment playlist. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.